said, have created a fortress themselves, very much like Magese has done at Sheffield. So it's going to be difficult for Stellenbosch to go away. And certainly Pirates with that better late goal has put them definitely back in the picture.
Right, so let's get you up to speed. We're loving your comments coming through. Just unable tonight to put them on air for you. Keep coming through with your hashtag SSDisky comments. Lots of you agreeing with the goals. I've got Mafanya saying I agree. Moment of the week, Sipo Chain. I don't know. Do you have guys at home who...
Thank you. I think somebody who has
influencing.
Was on his phone just now.
Who? Oh, you saw him doing it?
Yeah, I saw
it. Okay, yeah, no. And lots, I really wish I could get into some of it, but I'm loving the comments that are coming through to you. But let's start out with the encounter that saw Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. Big injury, big loss of a big player, 12 minutes into the game.
Yeah, actually both legs, Stellenbosch as well, also suffered some with, Kipido going off early. But neither teams sort of seem to suffer. This psychologically could have been a massive blow for Sundowns, but they're a mature bunch. Adams, Lycos is like coming in to replace him, and they didn't skip a beat. But this is a big worry from Shishi, to see. Hopefully he recovers soon and is back on the field, considering what happened last.
Is he needed over the weekend?
Absolutely, without a doubt. To answer your question succinctly and very quickly here.
That is a very quick answer. So we'll see if Zwane is able to be patched up either for midweek action or for the weekend. The issue that needs to be discussed here will be the ability to defend the set piece for Orlando Pirates. There was a struggle and there was a big battle between Van Rooyen as well as Mokoena.
You could see it was clear that maybe Van Rooyen was given the assignment to look after Mokoena. And I think one thing that Mokoena has added on his arsenal is that ability to get at the end of crosses or balls that are played in the box. And he rises the highest. I thought miscommunication between Chain and also Tito Masangani. I think they will look at these Orlando Pirates and think Chain and Tito Masangani, they will have a conversation to say, Chain is saying, I would have gotten there. Tito is saying, I could have cleared it. Miscommunication. Again, Mokoena rises the highest on the far post. That's the threat that Mamelodi Sundowns has added into their game, and that's something for Orlando Pirates to watch out for, even going into the second leg.
Late on in the game, Mokoena misses another one, so you could have actually had a hat-trick of headers. This is the one. So, he found too much space. Van Rooyen was probably guilty in the first two instances, but to his credit, Wadu, eventually took off Van Rooyen, but from an attacking point of view, not because of those mistakes, but from an attacking point of view, dropping Sibele into right back, bringing on Apollos, just added that attacking impetus, and you knew something was going to come. That was a fantastic move from the coach.
I want to come to Bennett now, because there's a tackle that needs examination here. And that tackle is on the man we were just talking about there. Mokoena gets tackled by Tito Masangwani. So as we look at it, and Daniel, here we go.
So as you'll see, the Orlando Pirates player comes in late. It's dangerous. And when you look at the replay, you'll see that this is the difference between the previous challenge. If we just stop it there, see this is now red card territory. This is above the ankle, studs. Even though the leg is bent, the initial contact, it is straight, and he just bends it at the last moment. But this, because the leg slanted as well, this could be a broken leg. So this is excessive force, red card, serious foul play.
Clear.
Straight.
Clear.
100%.
No mitigating factor, nothing.
100% red card.
Something, yeah.
No, nothing.
Well, it didn't happen. So why would the referee not have given it?
I don't understand again. Positioning, he's got a clear view of the situation. Probably just it happened too quickly for him. I'm not on the field, and the fourth official was also right there, and they could have.
I mean, he saw enough to give the yellow, but not enough to give the red.
This is the problem. So maybe he just misinterpreted the contact on the height. So yeah, it's when these tackles happen at that speed, it happens very, very quickly, and you don't exactly get an exact contact point of contact immediately. But when you look at it in replay, it's clear red.
Now, Sibele, new signing of the Orlando Pirates. Lots were waiting for the impact. It did come.
Yeah, Otto again getting at that area which he's so adept at. He first misses the opportunity to cross it, but he does so well to cross it across the L of the body, and that's the shape of the body, the blocking body, part of the body. And we'll just see it clearer here, just over Ndungwelo. As he stretches out, he crosses over the L shape of the body, and that's a great cross in, and Bele very nearly sneaks in. He does very well to sneak in off the shoulder, goal side of him, unlucky not to get more contact.
Then take a look again at what happens here as Sibelebele bringing the best out of Ronwin. The goal does come. Pomodzo, tactics and trends.
I think when you look at the tactics and the trends, you'll see that Mamelodi Sundowns loses concentration in the critical phase of the game. You're looking at the picture now. You've got all 10 players of Mamelodi Sundowns behind the ball. Watch the time, is the critical phase. I'm spiraling Mbokazi on the right of your picture and Sibelebele on top. So for me, when I look at this moment, I'm looking at Sipo Chain here. He needs to make a decision to clear the ball. He does not get the height and the distance that he desired, but the critical phase is here. Now, when Mamelodi Sundowns wins this ball back, you are looking at 8 Pirates players behind. And in this instance, I'm spiraling Nduli. He's very important, dispossessing Mukwena. In this instance, he dispossesses Mukwena, then he gives that ball back to Mbokazi. I'm spiraling Mbokazi and also Sibelebele. Look at Mukwena and Alende. They are aware of the danger. Now they are on their bikes. As soon as that ball is about to be played, look at the space that Sibelebele is looking for in Orlando Pirates. Now it's a foot race. There is no way that Lunga is going to be able to deal with Sibelebele in this moment. And when he goes for that run, what is critical here is that Ronwen Williams slips at this critical phase, and that gives Sibelebele a bit of time to then think. Then he can go to Mahopa, he can go to the far post to Rile Mufokeng, but he says, I'm taking responsibility. It's the first time I start for Orlando Pirates. I need to announce myself to the Ghost. And he does that so well with that lovely run, a good first touch, and he gets that equalizer in the critical phase of the game. Well taken goal. We saw Mbokazi during the week, diagonal ball to Otto, Pirates scores. This instance over the weekend, diagonal ball to Sibelebele, he scores. He's important at the back.
When you looked at Mbokazi's heat map of passes, they were all directed towards the left-hand side, and he kept 2 long balls to the right-hand side, and one of them was those. So that's great maturity from him, keeping it down the left-hand side and then surprising Sundowns with that left foot across the other side. And a slight mistake from Lunga, just a slight mistake. When the ball is in the air, he runs towards Sibelebele. Instead of realizing the flight of the ball is over him and running perhaps directly back towards goal to give him an opportunity to cut out the ball.
Let's have a look at this next moment here, and Daniel will get involved in this one here because lots being said, even on your tweets that are coming through, in terms of the thought process and whether an offside should have been given on this moment as Sibelebele went on his bike. Now, there's the initial, then the flag is up. He does tap it into the back of the net, guys, but what do we think here? The flag is up. We're going to have to do this on the fly and have a quick look and see what it is that Bendit like Bennett also thinks about this moment. At the end of the day, could have been a big decision. Here we go. What do you think?
Because as soon as the flag goes up, all the defenders stopped. So that's why all the defenders stopped and he was able to run freely at the goalkeeper.
Off or not?
For me, it looks onside. It's very difficult. It's very, very tight. And those are obviously the most difficult. The other one earlier in the Chiefs game we was able to see because we had the penalty area line. This is why VAR needs to be implemented pretty soon. Because then we get those right decisions, and we can carry on, wait for the outcome. And then if the goal is scored, we go back, we make the right decision. So, that's very important that VAR is spoken more about.
What do you guys see? You agree? On off?
I don't agree about VAR coming in at the moment.
Yeah, not now.
I think we've got to capacitate our referees as much as possible. I don't think that's been done yet, but certainly in the future, yes. I think the Matthews offside and this one in real time looked onside. And a question for Daniel is that, do assistant referees, if there's any doubt, and I'm sure there was doubt there, if there's any doubt, shouldn't they give it to the attacking player?
That's my opinion, yeah.
Because they've denied us possibly 2 extra goals for us fans.
Well, my straight answer to that is, in my opinion, we should be having more goals, not disallowing goals. And I'm tired of the EPL we're getting goals disallowed for a turnout, or the guy's nose is longer than the other open nose. And the benefit of the doubt should go to the attacking team, because what do we want to see in football? We want to see goals being scored, not goals being disallowed.
Now,
but that's up to the powers that be, obviously.
For Stellies and how they did against Kukuni, Eninyaya scoring the first goal with a header set piece there. The tactics and the trends, though, are the second goal, Pumutso, because this is a goal that gives them a 2-0 advantage and a big cushion going to the away game.
I think what is key is the goal that Titus scores. And when Titus scores that goal, what is important for me is a defensive set play for Stellies. I'm looking at Titus. That's the man that I'm highlighting in this moment. He's going to go on and score the goal in this moment. When I pause it here, I want Matthew to count. It's 10 maroon shirts plus their goalkeeper. It's all 11 players in the penalty area of Stellenbosch. They don't deal with this set play very well. They need the fifth phase. The hand of God is on Titus. He's going to go on and score the goal. But the calmness of De Jong, not to just put the ball forward, to find a pass to Nku, then he accelerates. Now you will see that this is a transitional goal. When that ball comes in, the hand of God is on Titus. He's going to go on and score the goal. But what is Nku looking for? He's looking for that pass into that space, but Cardoso misjudges the flight of this ball, does not connect with it. He says, thank you very much, Titus. You're looking at Stellies, the best transitional team in the league. You can't afford to give them opportunities like that because of the speed of Titus. He puts it in the back of the net, well taken goal.
2-0, be honest.
A child.
How? Every week in the commentary box, no, 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline. Anything can happen. Today, now, suddenly,
Mamela, they are going to come away from home, that is Stellenbosch, play on transition against Kukune. And for me, I think they're the best team on transition. And they're going to pack a medium block and look to use Nku and Titus. And I think they're going to the final.
Who's going to the final?
Stellenbosch. You want me to give the other?
Yeah, no, go.
Sundowns. Why are you surprised?
No, I want more. Give me something that makes you feel that way.
There can only be 2 teams going into the final.
Why do you feel that way?
Well, Stellenbosch have done well enough. You know, although it is a dangerous scoreline, I think they'll be able to manage. I think that showed the maturity of the team. That Cupido started as a 9. He was lost early on 6 minutes, but there was no panic. Titus and Nku, his replacement, just played out wide. So Sekuni had set for that number 9. Now they've got to deal with 2 wide players and Jabbar and De Jong arriving late in that box. I think that was great from Stellies.
And the other game?
At home, I think Sundowns are going to be a little bit too much for Pirates. I think they're going to come to the 4.
A lot of people are hoping and would have maybe wanted to see Daniel Bennett after this, like this image that we're going to show now. After what you just said here, Matthew, they were hoping that maybe that was you getting a yellow card or a red card after the comments that you just said here.
It was just a tossing of the coin.
Don't look happy.
He was just tossing the coin here.
We're able to manage it. Can you be so focused for a toss?
There's no way. He's done something there.
He's about to.
There's a warning. There you go. So thank you very much to Daniel Bennett, who's done it all when it comes to South African football. We appreciate your input. Thank you for tonight. And hopefully over some time, we'll see you again on Extra Time. That's Daniel Bennett, Bend It Like Bennett. And then it's Matthew Booth. And at the far post, it's the bold and the beautiful. This has been Extra Time. I'm your jersey number 10. Don't